everyone, welcome to yoga this week. Those of you who are at home and those of you who are back in school doing yoga in your classroom. I'm so excited that you guys are back there doing your learning and your yoga. Okay friends, this week we are going to begin our class with a breath from the book we read last week of the Dandelion Breath, one of my favorite types of breaths. And we are going to do a nice sequence with kind of some old standbys and then some standing sequences. And to finish up, we will read this book called The Cool Bean. It's about a kid, or a bean, if you will, who goes back to school and things weren't quite as they were the last time he was in school. I thought this might be a good book for us because that's maybe what could be happening with a lot of people, right? We weren't in school for a whole year and people spent time with their families and different people, maybe nannies or babysitters. So friendships and faces even might look different. People grow up a lot in a year when they're in elementary school. So I think this book will be a great book for us. This author also wrote The Bad Seed, The Good Egg, The Couch Potato, a lot of food-themed characters. All right, friends, let's go ahead and begin with our Dandelion Breath. Go ahead and pick your imaginary dandelion. Remember, if you need another one, go ahead and grab it, okay? I think today we could do maybe 4 breaths, all right? All right, sit up nice and tall. Got your dandelion. Big inhale. And exhale, blowing that dandelion fluff. One more. Inhaling and exhale. I think I need another one. Okay, ready? Inhale. And exhale. There you go. Final breath. Inhale. And exhale. And can you imagine those seeds flying all over the place? Okay, friends, to start today, let's go ahead and go into child's pose, huh? So you're sitting on your feet, knees in front, remember knees together or apart. And go ahead and walk your hands to the mat, your elbows, and then go ahead and drop your head if you like. You can rest your head on your fists like this, or you can go ahead and drop your head all the way to the carpet. Remember from here to take notice, if you like, of your breath, your belly breath rising and falling on your legs, reminding me and maybe you of those ocean waves, or even a little bit lake waves sometimes have a tide too, don't they? The water coming in and out. Okay, we'll stay here for one more breath. And then if you'd like, you can walk your hands forward. I'm going to tilt this down just a smidge so you can see. You can stretch your hands out in front of you. There we go. And then walk your hands to one side. We've done this before. Leaning into your opposite hip, getting a nice stretch in the side there. Nice big stretch. If you don't feel a stretch, you could walk your hands even further away from your body. When you're ready, you can walk your hands back to center. My book's all over the place. Then walk your hands back to the other side and leaning into your opposite hip once again. Getting a stretch in your other side. Good. That feels kind of nice. I wonder if that feels good on your side too. All right, from here, let's walk our hands back to center, and we can come into our tabletop and then into cat and cow. Now remember, if you'd like to link your breath to your movement while you're dropping your belly here, you can breathe in. Your head is up, you're breathing in. And then breathe out or exhale when you arch your back. Breathing in when you drop your belly. Dropping out when you arch your back. Let's do 2 more. In when you drop your belly. Breathing out when you arch your back. 1 more. In when you drop your belly. Exhaling when you arch your back. Okay, from here, friends, if you'd like to walk your hands just a little bit ahead, tuck your toes, and then you can bring your hips toward the sky into your downward dog. You can bend one knee and then the other if you would like. Or you can just remain still here for a second. It's kind of noticing what it feels like to be upside down. And from here, if you'd like, you can shift forward into your high plank. You can choose to drop your knees or not. I think today I will. And then exhaling, if you'd like, you can lower down to your mat or carpet. Pushing back here into Cobra or Up Dog. Coming back into Child's Pose, or you might have gone right into your Down Dog. Very good. Okay, friends, from here, you can step your feet up close to your hands. I'm going to scooch back because the camera. From here, we're going to do some standing poses, okay? We're going to start in chair. Just remember to bend your knees. Look down, make sure you can see your feet. Arms up. You can have your arms up here, or you could have them forward too. Whatever feels better to you. You stay here for just a moment. And then from here, you can bring your hands straight down, and I'll turn sideways so you can see a little better. Straight forward, and then bring one hand down behind you. Kind of just swing it down and around. You can look at that back hand if you like. Look at that back hand. And here you're getting a little twist. Okay. Now friends, I'm going to turn you, stay where you are. From here, you can swing your back hand forward. Okay. And then we're going to go right into eagle. This is kind of a fun thing. So bring your arms wide. I think you know what you're doing. Put your left elbow under your right, and your left leg, or left knee, will go over your right. Like we haven't done eagle in a while. So just do your best and play with it. Okay, from here, we're going to do another kind of balancing trick today. We're going to unwrap, not to standing, but right back to warrior one. So just a reminder, warrior one, you're going to put this top leg behind you, and your arms will shoot up, okay? Here, I'll turn, so we're all here, and we'll unwrap. Bring your wrapped leg back, and your arms to the sky. Very good. Okay, guys, we got this. Now we'll kind of swing that arm back again, going into just a warrior two, not a twist. We'll shift forward over our front hands and tic-tac this way, front hand to the ground. You can have your hand in front of your leg, or you can rest your elbow on your bent leg too. That's another option. Okay. From here, friends, I'll stay this way for you so you can see. We're going to straighten our front leg, okay? Then slide your back leg in. And then your hand that was on top is going to come toward the ground, and your other hand will go on the outside of your foot. So it looks like this. Okay? You can have your front leg bent or straight, or for that matter, your back leg bent or straight. Okay? But you can reach toward the floor. If you can reach the floor, that's great. If not, go ahead and rest your hands on your shin. Okay? And then just forward fold. There we go. So if you've got it, stay here. If you're a little bit confused, we went from here to straight, to scooch in your back. Bring your top arm down, Other arm around and forward fold. Resting either really down or with your hands on your shin. Okay, good. From there, guys, you can bring your back leg up to the same kind of just hip width apart next to each other. And from here, we'll go into just a forward fold. So before we were forward folding over our front leg, and now we're center. From here, you can have your legs straight, or if it feels better, you could bend your legs. So legs straight or legs bent. A couple of choices. Okay? And from here, to finish off this side, I'm scooting back. We'll have our hands to the sky for a 5-pointed star. Good, shine your heart. Good job. Finally, put your hands straight toward the sky, so a little bit together. Shift your weight into one leg, and then you can balance on that one leg. You may remember we've done this, I think, 1 or 2 other times. Okay, when you're ready, you can just come back to mountain. Good job, guys. Kind of fun to do something different. All right, let's go to the other side, huh? So we're back to chair. Look down, make sure you can see your toes. Your arms, the hands are pointed kind of toward the sky or straight ahead. Okay, you stay where you are. I'm going to turn. Remember, now you take your other arm, the one you did not swing back before, the different arm, and swing it back behind you, kind of like this. You could follow your hand with your eyes and look behind you at that hand. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's thundering outside right now. Okay, now we'll swing this hand back to front to match the other one, remember? Then we go to goalpost arms. So I'm putting my other arm under. For me, it's my right. Doesn't matter which one it is, as long as it's the second one, the one you didn't use before. Put your right leg over, and your right arm was under. We'll stay here for a moment. And then remember, we kind of do that tricky transition, right? So you stay where you are. I'm going to go into, you go on this side. I'm going to do the tricky unwrap. My top leg will come back, and my bottom arm will come up, and the top one too. They're both coming up. Okay. Stay here for just a moment, and then this inside arm again will come back once more. And this time it's not a twist, we're just in warrior 2. And then I will shift forward over my front hand, tic-tac that one toward the ground, leaving this arm straight or resting that elbow on my knee. And then, friends, remember from here, we're going to straighten this front leg, bring the back one up a little bit, bring my top hand down toward the carpet or mat. So one hand is on either side of my foot. Okay? Remember, you can reach down toward the carpet, or you can bring your hands up to your knee. Totally up to you. Remember, you can also choose, if it's more comfortable, to bend your front knee, bend your back knee, whatever your body's calling for. That is up to you. Okay, friends, from here, just walk our hands to the side. You might need to pivot or turn your feet a little bit, so now they're facing the way your hands are placed. And everything's comfortable there. And now you can just drop your hands and your head once again toward the floor, choosing to have your legs straight or bent, whatever is comfortable for you. Maybe a little bit of both. And from here, friends, we'll rise up, 5-pointed star, hands to the side, shining your heart. Okay, good. Bring your hands a bit together toward the sky. Shift your weight into your opposite leg from the one you used last time. Lifting your other leg up off the floor. Balancing. Very good. And release back to mountain. Good job, guys. Okay, let me get a check of the time. All right, guys, I think that's maybe the end of our yoga time for today. The movement part, because it's already, we're at 15 minutes, and I want to read you this really fun book. We will do our mountain breath, or volcano breath, my goodness, after we read the book, okay? So here's the cool bean. I'm going to shift my camera so you can see the book. Look at all these different beans. Their sunglasses on. The cool bean. Okay. Watch out, here come the cool beans. The cool beans. My goodness. They are looking pretty fly, aren't they? Look at this guy. Not so sure. Oh yeah, check out how they move. Look at the way they swagger. Notice their sunglasses. Wow. The cool beans are known all over school, from house to house, across town, beyond county lines. Oh my. In the olden days, last year, we were all one big pot of beans. We were a mixed bag, but somehow it worked. Yep, those were the good old days. Look at his face. And then we stopped seeing each other as much. That's just how it is sometimes. You spend less time together, even though you're not totally sure why. Feeling kind of left out there, huh? I watched as the beans I knew so well, the beans from my own pod, became the cool beans. Oh, they were so cool. One of them could play the guitar. Cool. One of them could draw the best superheroes. Cool. One of them could jump higher than any bean I'd ever known. Cool. Me? Well, I mostly stayed the same. Sure, I made some small changes. I wore sunglasses. Too big. They're called Ray-Ban instead of Ray-Bans. I slicked my hair back. I strutted around. I swaggered. Dough. I was still picked last for everything. My clothes never seemed to fit quite right. I snorted when I laughed. I walked into stuff. I was an uncool bean, for sure. I started thinking of myself as just a common bean with no special skills. I couldn't compete, so I didn't even try. I'd never be a cool bean. He is not feeling very confident, is he? It seemed like there were two types of beans in this world. There were the cool beans and the beans like me. The days all blended together. I lived my life and things were just okay. I took tests and ate lunches and mostly kept to myself. The cool beans continued being cool. I mean, sure, I miss them a bit, but it's not like I was going to say anything. It felt like all that coolness had gotten in the way of our friendship. And that's how it went. Until one day. I was in the cafeteria. I dropped my lunch on my loafers. Oh, not again. But then something sort of miraculous happened. Out of nowhere, one of the cool beans helped me clean it up. He didn't even say anything. He just gave me a nod. And that was it. Later, I was out on the playground. I tripped and scraped my knee, maybe cried a little bit, and everybody saw it. Another one of the cool beans came to my side, and without a word, he dusted me off. That afternoon, I was sitting in class. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't notice, but our teacher had called on me. Everybody stared. I sat there in silence. Nobody said anything. And then everybody just laughed at me. That was it. After today, I was officially a has-been. But then one of the cool beans stood up and came over to me. Everybody watched. She leaned in close and whispered, "Hey, the teacher asked you to read from page 32. Then she gave me a quick wink and went back to her seat. It was a small gesture, but it was also everything. I walked home with a goofy smile on my face. I smiled all the way through dinner. That day made all the difference. It was a day that could have been really bad, if not for the kindness of a few cool beans. It gave me a shred of confidence. And that shred of confidence has continued to grow. Somebody had my back, or a few somebodies. After that, I started hanging out with the cool beans again. How have you been? Get it? How have you been? Not all the time, but sometimes. At lunch, after school, and on the weekends. Throughout all of this, I realized that it's not about how you look or any of that other silly stuff. It's about a wink or a nod or a smile at just the right moment. It's about dusting somebody off, helping them up again, and pointing them in the right direction. You need a hand? Yes, please. Hey, now that's cool. Okay, friends. What I like about this book is that sometimes, sure, there's people that are unkind to us and we might need to decide if we're going to be friends with them because there is some unkindness. But sometimes, if we haven't seen somebody for a while, we just start to maybe feel shy, or maybe that they don't want to spend time with us, or that we're not good enough if we see people like these cool beans doing all this cool stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with they don't like us. It has to do with that maybe we don't feel good about ourselves, and so we don't be their friend, right? So after he was, they made him feel good, he could see, oh, they liked him. He just had removed himself because he felt like he wasn't as good for some reason. Until you realize that's silly, right? It doesn't matter what tricks you can do, right? If you can juggle or eat 100 hot dogs in a minute, I mean, that'd probably make you barf. But anyway, the point is that often, actually always, people need a friend. And you are probably the person to be that friend because you're wonderful just how you are. Okay, friends, let's do our volcano breath. I hope you like that book. I hope you're all doing well. And I can't wait to see you guys next year. All right, hands to your heart. Bring someone into your mind. Okay, who needs your wish today? I got mine. Inhale, imagine their face, and blow them your love. Okay, guys, have a good week. I'll see you next time.